Hey, Tyrann.
Yo.
Ready for us?
Yeah.
All right, we'll start with Harold Kuntz. Good, Harold.
Tyrann, how frustrating was it to see all the balls go deep today, and then just the overall secondary? It just seemed like you guys were raising your hands in the air, kind of not on the same page back there. How would you assess how the Raiders have so much success through the air?
I mean, you got to give those guys credit. You know, they get paid too. Thought their coaches did a great job of, catching us in certain coverages, catching us in certain calls. And, even on a lot of those 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s, they schemed us up pretty well. We'll learn from it. We got a lot of tough guys in our locker room, a lot of guys that's going to be motivated from this. We haven't lost a football game in a while. And so I think, it's good to have some motivation. So going forward, that's what we'll lean on. We won't ever forget, this day. We'll see them again. We'll be ready next time.
Let's go next to Adam Teicher. Go ahead, Adam.
Hey, Tyrann, a couple things. First of all, it's one thing to see on paper that Ruggs can run a 4.27, but until you've actually seen it live, is that a hard thing to get a grasp on, number one? And number two, you feel like the defensive problems today that you guys showed were easily correctable, or you guys have a lot of work to do to get all this taken care of?
Well, I think, the bottom line is, we play a lot of man-to-man. We've run with, plenty 4-2 guys. I don't think that's an excuse. Like I said, they caught us in a couple calls, no post safety. And, I think anytime you have a guy that's that fast, that's running across the field, it makes it hard for anybody that's covering them. So, we'll learn from that. We'll grow from it. But like I said, hats off to them. They played well. They showed up, and they picked the right spots to try their best to, affect us. And they won. So, and that happens sometimes. So, like I said, we'll learn from it. We'll grow from it. And we'll be more motivated than ever going forward.
Go next to Sam Mellinger. Go ahead, Sam.
Hey, Tyrann, this may sound a little bit like Adam's question that he just asked, but looked like maybe some mixed assignments there in the back end. Was that something, I know you've mentioned that they caught you in some calls and in some coverages, but are there elements of that you've seen in the first 4 games, or is that something that you feel like just popped up today?
Yeah, well, I just thought that, we didn't finish the right way, whether that be, in the run game, even in the pass game, I just didn't think we finished, how we normally would. And even, we get in certain zone coverages, I didn't think we matched them, as well as we've done, in the past. So, like I said, we'll grow from it. We'll learn from it. But hats off to them. They came out, they made the plays that counted, and we didn't. And, I think that's why we lost the game.
Got time for a couple more. We're going to go Nate Taylor and then Pete Sweeney. Go ahead, Nate.
Hey, Tyrann, given everything you just said, when was the last time you felt that there was this much correctable things to make, or this much confusion, or just misexecution in the secondary?
No, I wouldn't say all that. I would just say that those guys showed up. They played well. But I think for me going forward, it's all about continuing to encourage my guys. It's a long football season. I can't get down on them. We haven't lost a game since last year. So, I mean, who am I as a leader to, jump down their throat, because we didn't perform, as we would like as a group. Obviously, I'll remind them, I'll tell them, we'll grow from it. Even myself, I gave up a big play today, and, that's all a part of the game. So, we'll get back in the lab. Like I said, it's good. It's a good feeling going forward. Obviously we lost. It's a bad feeling, but to be this motivated, I haven't felt this motivated in a very, very long time. And I know my teammates, on all sides of the ball, feel the exact same way.
So last to Pete Sweeney. Go to Pete.
All right, I know you guys will look at the film here and see how everybody did, but just curious how good it was to have Bashaud Breeland back out there, and what did you see in his game in this first look back?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, some minor things that he can clean up, but, for him to come out, his first game, make a big play for us, which I felt like, really swung the momentum early in the game. And I think defensively, we just got to try our best to capitalize off that, especially when we make big plays on the football, we get big sacks for turnovers. We got to find a way to play consistent, after that. And I think that's the new challenge for us. How can we protect leads? How can we get out in front and play the kind of defense that we're accustomed, to playing, that we got used to playing, but I think anytime you have a guy like Brashard back in the lineup, a guy that can tackle, a guy that can cover, a guy that can communicate on the back end, and then a guy that can adjust throughout the game as well. So just looking forward to seeing him continue to be the player that I know he can be, continue to step up, and then, just continue to play big football for us going forward.
Tyrann, we appreciate the time today. Thanks for joining us.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.